In today's video, we are taking a look at the 11 best NBA offseason moves. This includes trades, free agency signings, and contract extensions. Let's get started. At number 11, we got Patty Mills signing with the Brooklyn Nets. Patty Mills, who played 10 seasons with the Spurs, decided to join KD and the Nets in his free agency last August. This is probably one of the most overlooked signings in this year's offseason. Mills, an Australian native, can provide the Nets a great veteran presence as well as a reliable playmaking in their second unit. I consider this a great acquisition for Brooklyn because Mills is someone who can play his role whichever team he plays for. He's a decent shooter, he is a good facilitator, but he doesn't really need to have the ball at all times, so playing alongside Harden and Kyrie would not be a problem. Mills played 68 games with the Spurs last season and averaged 10.8 points per game along with 2.4 assists. He signed a 2-year contract worth $12 million, and in my opinion, that is a steal. At 32 years old, Mills can easily play Dinwiddie's role after the Nets lost him in free agency. Next up, at number 10, we have Mike Conley, who signed a 3-year extension with the Jazz. Conley has probably one of the most ridiculous contracts in the past decade or so. Before signing this extension, he had signed a 5-year, $153 million contract with the Memphis Grizzlies in 2016, which made him earn an average of $30.6 million per year, making him one of the first few players to get a supermax contract extensions. To give you a better perspective, Steph Curry was being paid $12 million in the 2016 season. Now, on his recent signing, he will get paid around $24 million per year. Conley just came off his first All-Star appearance in the 2021 season and averaged 16 points, 6 assists, and 3.5 rebounds. This deal definitely looks better than his previous one, but in my opinion, the Jazz could have negotiated this further considering that they are paying Gobert and Mitchell a huge amount of money as well. Conley is turning 34 next month and will be playing his 15th NBA season. At number 9, we got Kemba Walker signing with the New York Knicks. Walker is a New York native and he needs no introduction around the Big Apple. He has played at Madison Square Garden in high school and made a memorable buzzer beater during his Big East tournament run, playing for Connecticut. The Knicks made a wise, low-risk, high-reward decision in this signing. Kemba agreed to a buyout with the Oklahoma City Thunder to sign a 2-year, $18 million with the Knicks. He was supposed to get paid $26 million in the 2022 season, but thanks to the buyout, it would only cost the Knicks around $10 million. Walker will be a great addition to New York's backcourt and will play with Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickley, and Julius Randle. Kemba played with the Boston Celtics last season, averaging 19 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds per game. It didn't really work for the Celtics. They got knocked out by the Nets in the first round in just 5 games. Moving on to number 8, we got the Bulls trading for DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball. A welcoming sight for Bulls fans for sure. In just a matter of a few days of free agency, the Bulls may have managed to go from a sub-500 team to an all-star loaded team that could compete with the better teams in their conference. The Bulls did a sign-and-trade deal with the San Antonio Spurs to acquire DeMar DeRozan for Thaddeus Young, a future first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. DeRozan will reportedly sign a 3-year, $85 million contract. On the other hand, Lonzo Ball, former number 2 overall pick by the Los Angeles Lakers, was also acquired via sign-and-trade with the New Orleans Pelicans. The Bulls traded Garrett Temple, Tomas Satoransky, and a second-round draft pick. That looks like a steal to me. The Bulls didn't really give up anything significant to sign Lonzo and DeMar. Lonzo averaged 14.6 points per game last season, along with 5.7 assists and 5 rebounds. He has also shown improvements on his shooting, having an average of 38% from the three-point line. He can provide a much-needed playmaking for the Bulls, but what Bulls fans should look forward to is his elite defense. Having both Lonzo and Caruso on the court would definitely give the Bulls one of the toughest perimeter defenders in the league. Next up, at number 7, we got the Atlanta Hawks with Trae Young's 5-year, $207 million contract extension. The contract will kick in during the 2023 season and run until the 2027 campaign. Now, this was a no-brainer decision for the Hawks. Young led his team to the Eastern Conference Finals last season and managed to exceed everyone's expectations on this very youthful team. He was the driving force behind the Hawks' playoff run to have upset victories against the New York Knicks, Philadelphia 76ers, before getting eliminated by the Bucks in 6 games in conference finals. Although Trae missed the All-Star game last season, he averaged 28.8 points and 9.5 assists in the last postseason. Man, these are elite numbers. In just 3 seasons in the league, Young has proven that he's already established himself as one of NBA's elite guards and answered any questions about his abilities to impact winning games in the postseason. At number 6, we have the Phoenix Suns with Chris Paul's 4-year, $120 million extension. I think we're finally done with the discussions that Chris Paul is often overpaid and gets a ridiculous contract. At 36 years old, CP3 has proven his value to any team he plays for. Paul was a crucial part of the Phoenix Suns during the last postseason and led his team to its first NBA Finals appearance in a very long time. Paul declined his $44.2 million player option and became an unrestricted free agent on August 1 to sign this huge contract extension. He had a memorable Game 6 in the Western Conference Finals against the Clippers, where he dropped 41 points and 8 assists to propel the Suns into the championship. Although Paul had a rather underwhelming finals performance, there's no doubt that having him back and playing with Booker will make the Suns one of the teams to beat in the Western Conference. At number 5, we got Luka Doncic signing a max 5-year, $207 million contract extension with the Mavericks. Isn't it weird that after talking about Trae's contract extension, here we are now talking about Luka's extension as well? These two have been going head-to-head since being drafted and traded just 3 seasons ago. Luka Doncic, at 22 years old, has signed the richest contract in Dallas's franchise history. Again, a no-brainer decision for the Mavs. At his age, and very early in his career, Luka has already been selected twice to the first-team All-NBA. His extension kicks in during the 2023 season and will be active until after 5 years. Luka, in his 3 seasons with the Mavericks, averaged 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. What's even scarier is playoff Luka, who gets 33.5 points, 9 rebounds, and 10 assists. Although the Mavericks have suffered 2 consecutive early playoff exits against the Clippers, Dallas would never have any second thoughts offering a supermax extension for a talent like Luka. Moving on to number 4, we got the Miami Heat's acquisition of Kyle Lowry. The Heat acquired Lowry via sign and trade with the Raptors in exchange for Goran Dragic and Precious Achiuwa. Lowry, at 35 years old, brings experience and championship pedigree to the Miami Heat. The Heat is one of the teams this offseason who made a lot of significant moves. They have also acquired P.J. Tucker for $7 million, they signed Duncan Robinson on a 5-year, $90 million contract, and also managed to sign Jimmy Butler to a lucrative contract extension. Lowry left Toronto after 9 seasons there and helping the franchise win the 2019 NBA championship. He's a 6-time All-Star, and just last season, he started all of his 46-game appearances scoring 17 points per game while putting up 7 assists and 5.4 rebounds. Now at number 3, we got Russell Westbrook trade to the Los Angeles Lakers. Westbrook was acquired by his hometown team in exchange for Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the 22nd overall pick in the recent NBA draft. Russell Westbrook, a Long Beach native, played his college ball at UCLA before being selected number 4 overall in 2008. Westbrook had another triple-double season in 2021 where he put up 22.2 points, 11.8 assists, and 11.5 rebounds. The former MVP and 9-time All-Star is joining LeBron James and Anthony Davis, hoping to have a big 3 of their own and contend with other powerhouses like the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers will be Westbrook's 3rd team in 3 years. At the number 2 spot, we have Kevin Durant signing a 4-year extension with the Brooklyn Nets. KD agreed to a 4-year, $198 million extension with his team last month. After recovering from a ruptured Achilles tendon just a year ago, he averaged a stunning 26.9 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 5.6 assists, proving that he's still one of the top players in the league. The extension will begin in the 2023 season. The Nets team composition is looking good right now. They have also acquired Paul Millsap and LaMarcus Aldridge, who is returning to the league after some heart concerns. The Nets are projected to spend $296 million next season in payroll, the second biggest total in NBA history. And with this ridiculous amount of money, it's just right that Net fans are excited to see their big three play and do their thing to win the franchise's first championship. And at the top spot, we got Stephen Curry signing a multi-year extension with the Golden State Warriors. This was the Warriors' most important goal this offseason, to have Steph sign his contract extension. Curry will be with the Warriors until the 2026 NBA season after signing this 4-year, $215.4 million. Curry led this team to 5 consecutive NBA Finals and 3 championships after a 40-year gap between the 1975 title and the first of the Curry era in 2015. There is no doubt Curry earned these huge contract extensions. He was ridiculously underpaid early in his career, with only $11 million per season. Curry just came off an MVP-type season, averaging 32 points per game along with 6 assists and 5 rebounds, while shooting 42% from beyond the arc.